the Chargers, and they score!
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Business Over Breakfast on 321 this morning. My name is Ben Barber, and I am joined today by the always charming Lisa Konecki of the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. How are you, Lisa?
I'm good. I was wondering what adjective you were searching for there, Ben.
I can search for all sorts of adjectives.
Let's stick with charming.
Well, actually, I'm very judgmental to myself about using the word amazing, incredible a lot. Like I overuse the same adjectives all the time. So I wanted to come up with something special for you today.
Well, thank you.
And charming is, in fact, something that you are. It's one of the many things that you are, Lisa.
Oh, wow.
And also, this is your second time in the studio.
I love it.
Within 18 hours. So
Yeah,
thank
just
you.
keep a cot in the back for me.
That sounds great. It's got to be next to mine for when Jackie kicks me out. Which has never happened yet, but it will, I'm sure. Before we introduce our guest, let's talk about the selection that you've put on the table for us today.
So I stopped at Old Man Joe's. Everyone knows it's on Main Street in the heart of our downtown, directly across the street from Dick's World of Wines and the Blue Man Thrift Shop. It is a adorable, tiny little gem of a business in Westerly, known specifically for their great coffees, of course. Everyone in this town loves a really good cup of Joe. But they also have fantastic breakfast sandwiches made to order right there. So 6 different types of bagels this morning were on the menu, and you could do any combination. We've got some with fig, we've got some with cream cheese, we've got some with a fried egg and cheese on it. And then they have fresh muffins every day. Sometimes they have hand pockets, which I love, that have meat in them or meat and cheese. You really don't know on a daily basis what their fresh pastries are going to be. But check them out. Old Man Joe's on Main Street. Tell them the chamber sent you, and we will enjoy those after the show.
Great. Well, now I am salivating, and I'm sorry, James, this is only going to be like a 3-minute show. But we are joined by James Grasso, the founder of Kilowant. James is a 30-year veteran of the retail energy industry, and with an established reputation as a market expert, and consumer advocate prior to founding Kilowant in 2022. He founded Silent Sherpa in 2000, a leader in energy market guidance services and solutions for commercial and institutional consumers. James, that's impressive.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being here.
So James is here to talk about one of my favorite things, saving money for businesses.
Yes. Yeah.
He's the guy that can do it.
Mhm.
He's got the program. Energy, it's one of those things that
Yeah.
it's like healthcare. We all know we need it, but talking about it, shopping for it, dealing with it,
Mhm.
not the most exciting or glamorous part of owning a business. However, it can be a major line item in your budget and a really important choice to make. And
Correct.
you're making it a lot easier for everyone to make smart decisions.
Indeed.
So tell us about that.
So, Kilowant comes from the idea of saving people money without them having to go through the agony of figuring things out, right? So energy is reasonably complicated, fairly complicated for people that don't do it for a living or track it, because energy prices move every day. You're buying energy futures, and every day the price moves different terms at different prices. They yield different savings based on how you use your energy, if you're using more in the winter or the summer. So it's a fairly complicated situation. The biggest turnoff for people in my years of experience is they don't want to take the time.
Mhm.
They don't want the headache, the energy, right, to try to figure out how to lower their electric bill. So that's what Kilowant does. Kilowant effectively does all the thinking and sourcing for you. And the app is built such that when you sign up, You submit some of your info from the electricity bill, and that's it. It'll tell you what the best deal is today.
It's so simple.
If there is a deal. There's not always a great deal,
Right.
because markets shift. And it's comparing against your alternative price. So whether your alternative price is from the utility, Rhode Island Energy, last resort service, which is the utility supply offering, or if you're with the town municipal energy program, or if you're with a third party already, it'll take that information, it will compare it. So it's an apples to apples. It'll look at the future offers. It'll compare the future values, apples to apples. So it's very transparent. It's very clear, and it's oriented to drive new savings.
You just said the last resort, the utility company. Why?
The utility company. So,
and by the way, I have a huge smile. You guys can't see me. I have a huge smile on my face asking that question. Why?
So we'll talk about deregulation in general. We'll go back. 1996, Rhode Island becomes the first state in the United States to restructure its energy markets and deregulate them. What does that mean? It means utilities had the opportunity for the first time to sell off all their generation assets, all of the power plants, which cost an obscene amount of money, incredibly difficult to maintain. It was a big headache. It's like the loss of a supermarket, right? When you go into a supermarket, they have these loss leaders. Energy production or generation for utilities was that loss leader. So they had, for the first time, the opportunity to get rid of it, dump it, and keep the profitable part, which is the wires or the pipes, and maintaining the distribution transmission system. So 96, Restructuring Act of Rhode Island hits, opens up options to buy your supply from a third party other than the utility. The utility originally, at the time, was Narragansett Electric. They had two services. One was called Last Resort, and as it's aptly named, it was designed to be just that, your last resort as a consumer. The theory behind Last Resort was nobody else wants to do business with you. Your credit is awful. You don't pay your bills on time. You're a credit risk. By law, the utility, somebody has to provide you electricity. It's essential. It's a utility, right? Yeah. So they had to offer that last resort. Everybody else was on what was called a standard offer, meaning until you left the utility for the first time, you were on the standard offer. Then as the years went by, they decided to get rid of standard offer, just put everything together into one rate, have you. It used to actually be called standard offer when National Grid had the utility franchise. Then when PPL took it, i.e. Rhode Island Energy, they went back to last resort for some reason. And that's it. So
wow. So Last Resort is the name of the
supply service.
You thought he was just being snarky.
I thought he was being snarky.
No, it's just a poorly named program. It should be called like your cushion program, or your backup, or your steady something instead of this really sucks. And if you end up here, you're in a bad place.
Yeah. And just whatever we can to just make people feel bad about themselves as they have something that they need.
You have not been picked to dance at the prom. You are the last resort.
Yeah.
But different states have different names for it. Massachusetts has basic service.
There you go.
Oh my God.
That's so much nicer.
More
palatable.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But in your case, it's kind of funny that it's called the last resort.
It is funny. It's accurate because typically it is much higher to pay the utility for their supply than it is for the market. But that's under the presumption that you're buying into the market at the right time,
right,
for the right term, which is the catch. Not everybody can do that. So as a result, a lot of people are still on last resort. Residential in Rhode Island, I think it's last count was close to 70%.
No.
Over 2/3 of homeowners, and businesses, it's much less. I think it's somewhere in the 20-25% range, because there's bigger money with businesses to save. But the fact that that much of the consumer base still buys energy this many years later.
So one of the questions for people at home is, do you service consumers that are both residential and commercial?
Yes.
Right? That's going to be one of the obvious questions.
Obvious, this is the chamber, so we're focused on
small
businesses.
Yeah, but I don't want a person who's watching this, who's in their house, to not understand that you're there for them as well.
Correct.
And there's a big market for you, a lot of potential out there.
Virtually everybody with an electric bill.
And you mentioned a municipal program earlier, and anyone who follows town government here in Westerly knows that a proposal was made to the town, which was universally shot down. So the town leaders decided not to go on a whole program where everybody would be switched, and then they have the chance to opt out.
Mhm.
And they had their reasons for that. We're not commenting on that, but it just goes to show you that the topic is timely and everyone understands that there is opportunity to save right now. You're just doing something really smart with AI and the app that you've created as the founder to kind of dial it in very easily. It's not like shopping for a car where there's a sticker price and then the guy comes out, let me see what I can do. And he goes in the back room and he comes back and there's some wiggle room of 6 or 8. Yours is transparent. Yours is like scientific. It's right there. It makes it easy for the consumer and it builds trust because it just shows it's not about the relationship. It's not about who you know. It's you plug in your bill, you look at the thing and it's going to give you the data.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Pure math. That's why AI is perfect. AI models are perfect for this scenario because they consume and digest information very quickly, large amounts of information, which we have. We have a lot of prices. On any given day, you can purchase anything from a 3-month to, say, a 48-month term. So you have all these terms. You have multiple suppliers putting prices out there. So you have to crunch the numbers. You also have to weight them against your usage profile, your rate class. To do all of that takes a person, if they can do it, a lot of time. The app does it instantaneously.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's the perfect application. And then you take the next step, which is what we call AI agents. So you're going to see more and more of these AI agents come out across industries, not just energy. This happens to be the first one in the energy business. I'm sure there'll be more following, but AI agents are perfect because once you find all this information, you could actually instruct them to execute, to transact for you.
Wow.
Effectively outsourcing your purchasing perpetually. So the way the app is set up is you log into the app, it'll show you the what we call trending offers, the best offers available for your particular location, rate, class, usage profile. And once you select an offer, the app will automatically, with your authorization, from that point forward, just buy your energy for you and switch your supplier service automatically. You see the switch in supply service on your Rhode Island energy bill. It's not a separate bill. You're not asking for your credit card. You're simply using the app to switch from one supplier to another supplier to another supplier, whichever supplier price and term is the lowest at that time in the market.
They're doing that on the internet, right? Like
It's all
I'm
internet,
just
cloud-based.
electronically signing. So this is like fast. This is user friendly. This is
Correct.
saving money and doing it in a effective manner. It's exciting. It's an exciting opportunity. Making businesses money and saving them money are the two things that really excite me the most. And you have gone the extra step of scheduling a I don't want to call it a workshop, but what are we calling it? It's a program, seminar program.
Workshop,
I mean,
seminar, tutorial.
bring your electric bill and come to the chamber and meet James.
There you go.
It doesn't cost you anything to show up to the meeting, if you will, and you can have a one-on-one conversation, or maybe there's going to be 6 people there. The concept of what his company is doing will be discussed, and if you bring your electric bill, you're going to show them really quickly how easy this is to save money.
Yeah, the app literally allows you to take a picture of your electric bill. It'll take the data off the bill, populate, create an account for you, and you'll see instantly where the savings options are.
It's amazing.
And if there are not savings options at that particular point in the market, because market prices shift up and down, as well as your alternatives, we just introduced an element of AI. We call it nonstop shop, aptly named. You just put the app on autopilot effectively.
So it's going to keep searching throughout time
every day it scrubs the market, it looks for any savings, and then there's parameters, so many days in advance of an expiration date, certain market conditions. So the way we have it set up is we look for the lowest market conditions to assure savings versus your alternative. And the app will automatically execute. You get an email notification. You have 3 days. That's a right of decision by law. So you're not forced to take it. You can rescind if you want, but you won't because it's saving you money. One of the biggest things, this is something we should discuss. A lot of people look at electricity bills. If you're a homeowner, the savings, say you save 10%, 15%, that could be, $20 a month. If you're a business, it's going to be more. It could be hundreds of thousands a month. Some people might look at it, homeowners, real small businesses, it's not a lot of money to save, but you have to look at it from the perspective that this is ongoing, it's compounding. It's just like putting your money in a savings account. If you put your money in a savings account for 4%, 4.5%, Why wouldn't you save 10%?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
I worked with a company in Massachusetts that hooked people up on community solar programs. And the one thing that I can tell you universally, unless you're already working with James or someone like James, although there is no one like James in the version of what he's doing now with Kilowant and his AI technology that he's using to literally just make it as if he has a million people looking out for you all at the same time. Nobody is happy with their electric bill. Not a single unless you're already on one of these programs, not a single person is happy with your electric bill. Every month you look at your electric bill and you go, that can't be right. That can't be right. Nobody, like, I've never seen anybody who's gone, you know what? I feel comfortable with the amount of money right now in the last few years that I'm paying for my utility bills. It's gone crazy.
True.
Some of his customers though are saying, wow.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Unless you're with,
I'm enjoying that savings. That's my cup of coffee and my bagel every day for the next month.
Yeah.
You know, or your gas in the car, or your, you know.
I literally can't believe that I looked at my electric bill, and I didn't even look at the electric bill, by the way. I didn't even look at it. I just got charged it, just automatic takeout, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago, and I went, that can't be right. That can't be right. That's what did we do? Like, I know that we had the AC on, but like $400 for our house? That's in that it did what? I'm barely home.
I think I'm the only person that doesn't use AC. I have a tiny little fan and I suffer.
See, this is why I use Kilowant, so you can actually use more electricity, enjoy your life, and not have to.
Yeah, I'm like, let's see, a dress or electricity. I'll sweat it out and look good in the dress. Yeah, it's all priorities. But your thing is you can have it all.
Yeah, I mean that's
save the money and buy the dress and be comfortable.
There's two ways to save money on energy, right? Use less, that's obvious, but that comes at inconvenience or some sort of cost. And then there's just pay less for what you use it.
Sure.
And most people are conditioned to just think of when they see energy or hear energy savings, they're like, oh, I got to insulate, I got to put solar, I got to use less or efficiency. And those things are fine, but there's a point where they just stop. You can only do so much. Mm-hmm. The recurring cost is the actual
This
supply.
is also instant gratification, which business people like. They like to make a decision and feel the results of a smart decision right away. So there's something to be said for that as well.
Absolutely.
They still don't like their electric bill. Doesn't matter.
No, no one's ever
going to. I mean, listen, if you save me a bunch of money on my electric bill, that's great. Could you save me more and possibly just get rid of it altogether? Like those are always going to be the questions. But when you're talking about a massive savings like you are right now, and also like especially for businesses, because sometimes, like, no matter what your home electric bill is, that you're like, oh my God, this is so much. You then look at if you own a business, your business's electric bill, and you're like, oh God, like this, sometimes it's like that increase year over year in your electric bill is enough to be like, we have to let someone go.
Because you're not charging your customers that same percentage of increase for your services.
Yep.
So you're having to eat that extra each year.
And so that is and businesses' electric bills, depending on what they are, and if you're a retail place or a warehouse or something, like it depends on obviously a lot of factors, but it's usually a lot more money, as you were saying.
Yeah.
But that means that the savings can be
and for those who are watching in Connecticut, Kilowant is not yet available in Connecticut. Okay, coming to a state near you soon.
Yeah,
maybe
Massachusetts will likely be the next.
All right.
Then Connecticut, and it'll eventually be in other states. But right now, Rhode Island was the original market for beta testing, and it's the original market now for the initial launch.
Which makes perfect sense. It's small. It's easy on scale to be able to implement.
Highly complex. Rhode Island's probably I would tell you one of the most complex energy markets in the country,
Interesting.
believe it or not, even though it's the oldest. Two, it's the most hostile. You have a utility here which wants no part of energy regulation.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. A little insight into that last resort service we were just talking
Yes.
about. Utilities make an administrative charge to procure and quote manage that administrative. Rhode Island Energy makes millions a year. They probably make 9, 10, 12 million a year just on the administrative charges.
Wow.
So they want to keep
Of course.
customers
Of course.
because that pays for a lot of labor and overhead. Even though they'll tell you it's fine, you have a right to do it, you can switch suppliers. By the way, a common question I receive, is there a risk if I take an offer, say you take a 3-month, a 5-month, 7-month offer, whatever it is that's the best offer on that particular day, can I go back to the utility? The answer is yes. The last resort service is structured. This is one of the good things about it. You leave it and you can go back.
You can go back and you're not penalized.
You're not penalized. You can go
That's
back
the other
at
part
any time
with your
and
company.
you go back to the prevailing rate.
Yeah.
The winter rates are higher.
So it's not like you get whacked $150 because you changed your mind on
No.
something.
No.
I looked over your website thoroughly, and they make it as easy as possible, easy as possible for you to make a good decision.
And you may go back to the utility if the economics is such that the utility is the lower cost for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
The app will put you back to the utility, and then we'll pick you up and find you another supplier. So it's always shopping. It's just always shopping.
So do you have stats within your company of like how often percentage-wise people end up going back for a period of time, or 90% of the time once you make that leap and you switch, you're never ending up back on the last resort?
Very rarely. Very rarely. So the times you would go back to last resort, depending upon the term of your contract, might be the summer. And here's an instance. If you're a heavy user in summer energy
Mm-hmm.
and the market is just at a high point, that's not the case right now. The market's actually cheap in the short term. But say you come off your contract, you didn't purchase something in advance of it, come off contract, and you wait. Sometimes the utility in the summer may be cheaper for a month or two. Same thing could happen. The same phenomenon could happen in the winter because the winter rates go up. Winter is much more expensive. Electricity in winter is more expensive than summer. So you may come into the season at a point where the economics are favorable in the short term for a utility, but it's always temporary. I've been in the business for like 30 years. Nobody just sits on a utility year round. It doesn't make any economic sense unless you can't pay your bill. But Rhode Island is another little tidbit. Rhode Island is what they call a purchase of receivable state. So by law, if a third-party supplier provides you power, they're guaranteed payment to the utility. The utility takes the receivables risk.
Interesting.
So you're even further protected. Even if you have trouble paying your bill,
Sure.
low income, whatever, you're going to get a supply contract in Rhode Island, which is kind of nice.
That is kind of nice. Wow. We
Knowledgeable guy, right?
Oh God, yeah, James. Thank you so much for being here, and you're welcome back on the show. Ironically, actually, Lisa, I had a conversation with James a couple days ago.
Yes.
I called him and I saw an ad for him, and I went, "Oh, I gotta get this guy on the show." And he was like, "Okay, cool. So it's in downtown. I'm supposed to be on a show on Thursday." And I was like, "Oh, that's me.
So
that's
this is
me."
2 for 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I want to make sure we get the date out there for anyone that's listening and is interested and would like to come meet with James at the Chamber. September 4th is the date at 10 a.m. It's a 30-minute program. It doesn't cost anything. Just shoot either the Chamber or James an email. The information is on our website. The information is on our Facebook page. We'd love to have you come and learn more and ask him questions. Don't forget to bring your bill.
Mhm.
And we still have a few minutes left. What else? What haven't I asked you, James? What didn't we cover?
Well, number one, people are free to go to the app now. It's cloud-based. It's
Yep.
available at kilowant.com, KILOWANT, energy at the price you want. Hence the name. You're free to go there, take a look at it, sign up. There's no cost, there's no commitment. And you'll see, if nothing else, this is what's valuable, I think, about the app for anybody is go to the app, create an account, and see if what you're paying has been the best rate, because we'll benchmark it for you. The app will, if you have a contract with a third party, you put it in there, you put the price in, it'll tell you this is how much you saved or didn't save. So it adds clarity to at least gauge if your performance is decent, even if you don't take an offer. But you will, because it's a no-brainer. At some point, people get comfortable. I think a lot of people, particularly in the residential markets, still a little slow to leave the utility. They're so conditioned,
Yeah.
and the utility doesn't do anything to say it's okay, even though it's okay. However, the commercial sector's been doing this for years because they need the money, they save the money, and money saved is money earned effectively.
Absolutely.
We have a comment here from Michael Anthony Hernandez, who said, "Great insight." So thank
There
you,
you go.
thank you, Michael.
That's for you.
That is, James. That's definitely for you. I don't have any insight on this. I'm just like, this is amazing.
It's a complex subject.
Oh God, yeah.
So to put your faith into someone that makes it very easy to understand, it's comforting.
And there's always, conversations about AI and like what are good uses of AI, and et cetera, et cetera. Having an artificial intelligence app that scans the local energy prices to give you the lowest one at all times for you, yeah, that's
possible use of technology.
that's what you want. That's what that was built for. You have the tool there and you have to use it, and so just fantastic, fantastic innovative use of the new technology, James.
Thank you. And if you go to Kilowant.com, there's a section on the homepage that has top savers, and you can literally see
Their names and their dollar amounts.
You
I've
can
seen
actually
it.
see the top businesses.
Now, is that the savings for the year or for the month?
Cumulative.
Okay.
So
Okay.
since they've been on the app,
Got it.
it's tracking.
I saw it this
running
morning,
that.
and there were some that were like $1,000, and I'm like, that's not nothing.
No,
You
that's
know,
up.
that's a used car for your
Yeah.
team.
Kilowant.com. Awesome. Lisa,
Yes.
we have some events tonight even.
Sure. Tonight, from 5 to 7, we're going to be at Dragonfly Equestrian Center, which is in Stonington on Pequot Trail. It is a business after hours. There's going to be live music, beer and wine, great networking. It's a gorgeous setting, a farm setting with rolling hills and stone walls and beautiful horses and a large equestrian facility where they do, training inside. And it's going to be an awesome time. So it's just $5 to come, and we would love to see people there. It's great networking and a perfect night for it. It's going to be lovely weather for getting together. That's owned by Rob Valenti of Valenti Family of Auto Dealerships. So that's the other side of his family business. His wife is into horses, and he built that for her, basically.
Oh my God.
Yes, talk about a gift of love,
That's awesome.
So it's a great business to check out. On the 5th of September, we're going to be at Waffle Pop for a ribbon cutting. They're a brand new member of the chamber. They're located right in downtown Pawcatuck. That'll take place at 5:30. For the locals, everyone likes to know, well, where is that? It's the former Modern Barber and Shave building.
Yeah.
So it's next to Chelsea Groton Bank in the big white building with the beautiful porch. It used to have American flags all down. That's the place to now go and get your gelato, sorbet, waffles, and all kinds of sweet treats.
So good.
Yes. Ben has been there and tested it and is
so
highly
good.
endorsing it.
So good.
And then on the 10th of September, from 5 to 7, we have a business after hours at Printing Plus on Main Street in
Also
Westerly.
so good. Not quite as delicious, but so good.
No, really a wonderful guy, Colin Donahue. He's been in business for a long time. He does printing, traditional printing. He also does banners and signs and electrics, all kinds of stuff. Billboard, you name it. Colin can do anything. He does wraps of vehicles. He's done the chamber vans. Just a wonderful person. So that is the 10th of September. Want to remind everyone that we are reproducing the dining book. That will go on sale probably the end of October. We have even more restaurants this year participating than we did last year. So it was a tremendous value last year. Buy one, get one free dinners. Last year it was 28 restaurants throughout the community. This year we're already well over 30. So stay tuned. When we start taking those reservations in advance, it goes like this. It sold out quickly last year. We have 300 total that we can sell.
Yeah.
And more information on any of our programs is available at oceanchamber.org.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lisa. James, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
both.
everything.
You're
It's
great.
fun.
You're so knowledgeable and just very articulate.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Do tell more.
Well, You're passionate about it, but not in a sales pitch kind of way.
Oh,
Just-
yeah,
It's just data. It's matter of fact. Like, guys, why wouldn't you want to save? Hello, give me 5 minutes of your time.
And by the way, before we go, obviously Kilowant.com. You can check this out. You can see the savings in action. Let's plug you at the chamber one more time. When is that going to be?
That's going to be on September 4th at 10 o'clock in our conference room.
Okay.
Free.
So Wednesday, right?
Yeah, just shoot us an email or shoot James an email if you're going to come.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you to all of the. Oh my God, I did it again. Hold on. Maria's gonna kill me.
No, she's not.
She's gonna kill me. Hold on. The Chamber Champions now scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I want to say a huge thank you to all of the Chamber Champions scrolling at the bottom of the screen, which I'm going to put up right now so that I can quickly go through them. Diamond sponsors, Bouvier Insurance, the Hotel Maria, Lathrop Insurance, Professional Planning Group. Platinum sponsors, Dime Bank, Gray Sail Brewing of Rhode Island, Jewett City Savings Bank. By the way, there's still 6 of those things. I need to get one. The espresso martinis. Navigate Credit Union, Only Authentics, Shoreline Painting, Washington Trust, Westerly Community Credit Union, Westerly Mystic Paints, Yale New Haven Health, Westerly Hospital. I wish that I could speed this up just like the tiniest bit. Gold sponsor, Hartford Healthcare, PC Restoration. Silver sponsors, Core Plus Credit Union, Westerly Education Center, and bronze sponsor, Great Wolf Lodge and Zoe & Co. Professional Brothfitters. I need to get to Great Wolf Lodge. You thought I was going to say Zoe. No, I need to get to Great Wolf Lodge. And I want to say also a huge thank you to our 2 advertisers. I shouldn't have shampooed my hair directly before the show. It keeps doing crazy stuff. Our 2 advertisers for the show here on 321, which of course are our good friends and chamber board members, Wireless Zone 224, Post Road and Dunn's Corners, Patrick Lynch, and Old Blue Eyes. Does he have blue eyes? You would know. You would probably know because you sit next to him all the time at the chamber meetings. Does Dan actually have blue eyes?
I don't know.
No one tell me. And Dan, if you're watching, don't tell me because I just want to keep calling you Old Blue Eyes forever.
Let's do it.
Because he's the chairman of the board. Lathrop Insurance. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go to oceanchamber.org for all of the events that we talked about tonight. We'll see you guys tonight at Business After Hours. And please check out Kilowant.com. James, you are incredible. And make sure that you are there at 10 a.m. on September 4th. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye for now.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.